Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to our channel. Here are 7 scams you should be aware in Roblox Adopt Me. 7. Misconception scam. For this scam, people will combine the know using trade or trust trade scams and a new one. In this one, people will pretend to notice someone's good pet and give X item for it, like NFR Uni for a legendary blue dragon. Really just a dragon balloon. It could be hard to tell the difference between it, dragon balloon, and a real blue dragon due to handle color. For new players that have good stuff, they will now realize that blue dragons do not exist. They also usually don't use the trading system either. When someone trades with a scammer, they will say that they gave them something fake that looks like or has a similar name as it. Laugh and leave the server. People also do this with griffins and griffin propellers, with donuts and donut cycles, or anything else with the same word but trash item. 6. Misconception pet item or scam. This scam is very similar to the misconception scam and trick item scams, but the scammer tricks the victim into trading their best pets and is mainly a distraction-based scam. There are 2 variations of this scam, with the first being misconception pet scam. A scammer takes out a dingo and names it Shiba Inu, then write in a chat, trading Shiba Inu. The victim offers something good for the Shiba Inu, and after the trade, the scammer leaves the server, and the victim realizes it was a dingo. This scam is very common because dingoes look like Shiba Inus. The difference between the 2 pets is that the dingo is uncommon whilst the Shiba Inu is ultra rare. The second variation is misconception item scam. For this, the scammer makes their kangaroo name invisible and writes it. Then when the scammer gets the trade, they put in a kangaroo pogo, and the scammer will say that the R icon on the pet is not showing up. When they accept, the scammer logs off with the victim's pets, and the victim realizes it was all a scam. The way to detect this is the kangaroo pogo is rare, but the kangaroo is legendary. Number 5. Emoji invisible name scam. This scam is very similar to the fancy font scam. Someone will show a pet with an invisible name or with cool emojis and say they will make your pet have those if you give it to them. If you give them a trash pet, they will give it back. But if you give them a legendary, they will leave the server. To avoid this, just search up a tutorial or use a copy and paste the emoji website. Number 4. I can make your pet X color if you give it to me. This scam is commonly demonstrated in YouTube videos. The scammer will claim that they can make your pet a certain color, most often golden if you give it to them. Then the victim might ask for proof. Then the scammer takes out a non-golden pet with a golden counterpart like a unicorn, a potion like a small sip potion, feeds it to the pet, and switches to a golden pet right when it's done eating. So it looks like the pet transformed into a golden one. The victim will believe them and trade their pet to them, and the scammer will leave the server with your cherished pet. The easy way to detect this is to see if the pet names are different between the 2 pets or the aging levels, but most scammers could easily change that. Number 3. Super rare pet from item. This scam is where a scammer will trick another player into thinking a worthless item will give you a super rare item or use or eat it. The player will trade a very good pet for it, thinking it is a good trade. When the trade is complete, the scammer will leave the game and the player will realize that it was all a scam. Number 2. Can I borrow X to try? In this type of scam, the scammer will approach someone with either a special new vehicle like the ice cream van, a different vehicle, usually one that's retired, or on a lesser scale, someone with a flying riding legendary pet and ask them, can I try X? I'll give it back. People who do this may also use, I'm a YouTuber, it's for a YT video excuse. As the second statement usually seems convincing, the person with the item will often willingly trade it under the assumption the person will give it back, which is usually their first mistake. The scammer will try it for a bit as they requested and then fool the person into believing they'll give it back by sending a trade request and putting the borrowed item in trade. An easy way to detect this is to think, why would YouTubers ask to borrow people's items? Number 1. I'm quitting Adopt Me, so I'm giving away my X for free. In this scam, the scammer will say loudly in the chat something like, I'm quitting Adopt Me, so I'm giving my X, usually a good pet, away. Usually multiple players will respond, and that is when the scammer will say something like, let's do a color challenge. Whoever gives me the best pet of that color gets the X. Then after After the players give the scammer a good pet, the scammer will leave the game and the victims will realize it was all a lie. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.